Appreciate all you guys. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Temple is going to be... Oh, Temple is closed. It is closed, but I wanted to... You know, I keep saying I want to get an early start every night, but the problem is you guys aren't even awake. Y'all are all asleep when I'm streaming earlier, so yeah, I might as well get started a little bit later. Hey, I don't want to talk about Elon. I got a lot of respect for Elon, but you guys do have to think about it. I don't have to worry about this because I live out here in China. But for those of you that live in America, you got to ask yourself, like, who's going to do these jobs, right, that these illegal immigrants are doing in America, right? There's crime that's being committed for sure, but they also perform a lot of vital labor for our country. And it's a lot of labor that you and I don't want to do. So it's like, who's going to do that job? He did indeed. Let's not talk about that, Oliver. Oliver, you have a special skill. You have a very special skill, Oliver, is anything that we shouldn't be talking about or any uncomfortable topics, you are very, very good at bringing up uncomfortable topics and fucking up the mood. You got a real special ability, Oliver. I'm serious, man. You got a real special ability of what I call fucking up the mood, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like any topic that we don't really want to talk about, you have a very amazing ability. You know, when we used to be in college and a few of us would be sit here talking, you be saying the most awkward shit. You know, you be saying the most awkward shit. Let's keep moving. You be saying the most awkward shit. All right, we good. We're on the right way, but look at that. Look at how quiet these neighborhoods in Taiwan is. Thank you, American made. Thank you, American made. You know, it's like, hey, let's get to 200,000 likes, everybody. Tap on the screen. Thank you, American made. Britpack, man, all you ask about is the women, y'all. What is up with you, dog? Have you ever heard this website called The Hub? Go to that website instead, man. Thank you, American made. You always be asking about women, bro. What's up with you? What is up with you? You always asking about women. What is up with you? Every time you watch me, you asking me, where are the women? Where are the women, dog? What is up with you? Let me introduce you to a website called The Hub. And there's another one that starts with X and V. Okay, what's up with you? Okay, this is a little bit unusual. We're in just a random neighborhood here in Taipei. But the neighborhood has its own temple with incense that burns 24/7. Do you guys see that? Y'all see that right here? Y'all see this shit right here? Okay, we don't really see this in mainland China. You got a little temple over here in the neighborhood. Look at this. And that's a beautiful temple too. This is a Taoist temple, so this has nothing to do with Buddhism. Number one way that you can tell whether or not a temple in China is Taoist or Buddhist is Buddhists usually aren't wearing all this armor and they don't usually hold a sword in their hand. Okay? And another way to tell is Buddhist statues in China don't typically have a beard. So anytime you see these figures here that have a big beard running down their face and you see all the things, all this colorful clothing they're wearing, this is how you know this is most likely a Taoist temple. Okay? And Taoism, as I mentioned earlier last night, is a pure originated in China religion. Buddhism came from India, Christianity obviously from the West. This is one of the few religions here in Taiwan that originates completely in China proper. Okay? So let's keep it moving. It's almost midnight. We'll come back to the temple again. We're going to reach the temple, but we'll come back here again during the daytime. So tomorrow morning for me, later tonight, we're going to end up in a different city. We're going to be in a different city later tonight. We're going to be in a different city later tonight. When you guys tune in, we'll be in a brand new city. All right, it's going to be, we're not going to spend the night there. We're only going to do our stream in the morning, my morning time. We're going to take you guys to a different part of Taiwan. All right. So make sure most of you guys already follow the channel. So join the Discord group so you get notification whenever I go live. Cool. Let's keep it moving. Beautiful. Hell yeah. We appreciate you, Coach. We appreciate you guys, man. At the Monkey Kong, man. Thank you for all the Venmos tonight. We appreciate you guys very much. At the Monkey Kong is my Venmo. We appreciate everybody. Damn, that's why, like I said, that's why there's value in my streams, right? That's why y'all fuck with me. That's why people watch me and they reward me for my effort. Because not only do we walk around, we gain knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We gain an understanding. You know what I'm saying? We gain an understanding. You guys like to tune in and watch. You know, this is why you guys like to tune in and watch, because I've been living here for a long time and I'm a very curious soul. I like to, learn about different cultures and learn about the place that I'm living in and I'm traveling to. That's why you guys like to watch. And that's why I like to do what I do. I appreciate it. Let's get to 200,000 likes. Thank you, Jackson. Let's get 200,000 likes, everybody. I swear there's not one bar open anywhere. Beautiful. Thank you, Curb, for moderating. Thank you, Curb. Just like Hong Kong, fun fact, no YMCAs in mainland China. But there are YMCAs in Taiwan and Hong Kong. Look at Taiwan, Macau probably as well. We got a local YMCA over here. I appreciate that, Cali lady. And the local Y here is actually combined with a Christian. I see that. You see that? Jidujiao. This is a youth Christian gathering place. So this is the YMCA. The local YMCA. It's closed for Chinese New Year though, but this is the local Y right here. Steven, just watch the channel and tap on the screen. That's what I want you to do, man. Tap the hell out of your screen, man. I don't think they use Venmo in Canada. I just want you, because I know you watch, man, and I know you support me. Just tap the hell out of the screen. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for tapping on the screen. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you very much, Kristen. Please tell me we're almost there. Margarita and Mike. Thank you guys for the Venmos. Thank you, Margarita and Mike. Thank you, Mrs. Kren. Who the heck is Mrs. Kren? Yo, we just got 3 Venmos back to back to back. From Mike, Margarita, and Mrs. Kren. Who is Mrs. Kren? Thank you, Cali lady, for the Venmo. Thank you, Mrs. Kren. Thank you, Mrs. Kren. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Margarita Perez. Thank you. And also, Mike said, Xingyi area in general has lots of bars and clubs. Okay. Xingyi, we're going to look that up. We're going to look that up, Mike. Yo, we got a lot of people to thank tonight, man. We got to thank... Coach, are you here, Coach? We got a lot of people to thank. We got to thank Sandra, Margarita, Tashia Bennett, Rosalinda, Uncle Hyotu, Aletta Lee, Margarita Perez, Mike, and Mrs. Kren from California. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Kren, C-R-E-N, not Mrs. Grin, Mrs. Kren. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the Venmos. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. And you know what? We have arrived. In 2 minutes, we will arrive. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You gotta watch yourself a little bit in these dark-ass streets you're on, you know. Not even a dog in sight. You see that? You don't even see a dog. There's nobody. Man, we appreciate you. Now, I answer everybody green gelato, but you gotta be nice, though. You gotta be nice, though. Because I like to be talked at nicely. Taiwan is very safe, Andrew, but I just don't understand why it's so quiet. This is the capital city. All right, so another very interesting observation about Taiwan in general is that in Taiwan, and I've noticed this, so if you guys have any type of a nasal allergy, thank you, Joey. The one thing I've noticed about Taiwan is that the air quality is very bad if you are surrounded by these scooters that spit out gasoline. All right. But what the air is very, very good at, I can feel it in my nose, is that there's very few particulate matter in the air because they don't have a lot of factories here in Taipei. Most of the things that Taiwan is known for is precision instrument, high value add exports. So most of the things that they make here in Taiwan is not very environmentally damaging, nor is it very labor intensive. Okay, all that stuff is in Bangladesh, is in China, it's in Vietnam, it's in all these different places. So what that means is that when you're here in Taiwan, the air quality is actually very good from a PM 2.5 perspective. There's not a lot of particulate matter. There's not a lot of like pollution that is like gonna get stuck in your nose. What they have is what I call chemical pollution. All the cars and all the motorcycles they have on the road, that's what's destroying the environment here in Taiwan. But when you clean your nose late at night or when you wake up in the morning, there's very few things in your nose. To put it in a blunt way, you don't have much boogers. Okay, you don't have much boogers because there's not a lot of pollution and dust in the air. Mainland China is the exact opposite. Mainland China doesn't have as much nasty smelling things in the air because all the buses, all the scooters, and a lot of the vehicles are electric. But they got a lot of factories that's pumping out dust particles, smog everywhere. So it's the complete opposite. Here, we have no smog. There's no smog whatsoever. You can see the clear skies, the beautiful clouds, but the air is damaged by all the motorcycles and all the electric and all the gas and diesel engines that they have. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense at all? What I'm saying, the difference. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? Yeah, they do, Philly, but I feel like the bar is very low. Thank you, Debbie. I feel like the bar is very, very low. They do, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, this place, Taiwan, has a chance to be like the cleanest place in Asia if they would just get rid of all these old clunker cars that emits all this pollution and replace all these motorcycles with electric mopeds. If they could do what mainland China did, they will have so much of a cleaner environment here in Taiwan because the air quality is amazing. They got amazing air quality here. Yo, this dude got 2,000 people inviting me. I'm gonna pass, y'all. Y'all show me so much love tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's keep it moving. No, actually, every single scooter needs a tag, but I don't think they do any emissions exam. Like, let me put it this way, man. I've seen stuff here in Taiwan you just don't see in mainland China. It's like, you see all the lights over there? That's where we're going. You see all these bright lights? We were supposed to be there an hour ago, but I've been yapping for like 2 hours on the road, so we're gonna keep it moving. Yes, follow the channel, everybody. Follow the channel. Oh, damn, man, what's up, man? How you doing? Hello, how you doing? Ni hao. Look at that big ass dog. Look at that dog. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, everybody. I got 1080p on, man. How's the video quality? How's the image quality? I got 1080p. Can you guys hear me? Thank you, Curb. Yeah, well, Lori, I was wrong. I ran into a dog. It's good? All right. So does that make sense, everybody? Like, this island has a chance to be one of the cleanest places you ever visit if they have the legislative will to get rid of all this shit right here. And this right here is a absolute burner on the environment. They got to get rid of every single one of these. This is from the 1970s and the 1980s. Modern societies here in Asia don't even use this at all. Hong Kong's got to get rid of it. See, look at this, the ones passing by. These emit so much pollution. If the day they could get rid of this island would be so much cleaner. This is the stuff right here. They got to get rid of it. They got to get rid of it. Yeah, let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Everybody, let's keep the comments flowing. Let's keep the comments flowing. Shit. Well, it's convenient, but the thing is, they got to get rid of these gasoline ones. You know, the ones with the pipe on the back and that spit out all this pollution. They got to get the electric ones like the one I have in China. Let's keep moving. Tap on my face, everybody. Tap on my face. We're almost there. Let's keep it moving. Yes, I appreciate Coach Gio moderating. So much better for the environment, I know. And, you know, I really needed this. Because, like I said, man, you know, China was... It was starting to look a little bit, thank you, Dominica. It was starting to look a little bit the same to me everywhere I go. So I really needed this. I really needed to be able to, you know, go to a different place. And another thing that just came up, I just realized. You guys know how I used to say, thank you, Mello, in mainland China, there's a KTV on every block. Every single block, they got a KTV. Every block. You remember that? You remember me saying that? Every block, they have a KTV in mainland China. You guys see how we hardly have seen any KTVs here in Taiwan? We've seen a couple at the ASEAN Center in Taichung. Do you guys see that? You see a lot of massage parlors, but there's nothing sketchy about these massage parlors. These are all traditional Chinese massages. You see any KTVs at all? You see that at all? Fun fact, everybody. A few years ago, this is actually more than a decade ago. Don't ask me how I know this, but I know this. The mayor of Taipei, so the city that we're in, actually recommended to the city legislature that they open up a legal red light zone. This was a proposal that the mayor made about 10, 15 years ago. The mayor of Taipei, this very city that we're in. But that initiative never really went anywhere, but they did consider putting a legalized red light area in Taipei. This will be either for the locals or maybe for visitors to the city to encourage tourism, like what they do in Thailand, but it never took off. But you can see here in the city is very tame. Right? All the places that we go to, like even anywhere in mainland China, you could be in a small county, you could be in a small tier 3 city, you will see KTVs everywhere. Every single block, they'll have a KTV. Yes, really, Bruce Roberts, it was an initiative that the mayor of Taipei brought up, like maybe, you could go ahead and Google this. I can't remember the exact year, but they considered it, I want to say 10 or 15 years ago. This is the mayor of Taipei who actually ended up running for president. And, no, we got to use the word president very carefully. Okay, I don't want to use the word president, but president would imply that this is a country. That's why I call it a local leader. But he would actually end up running for office as the leader of the entire island. And we have arrived at the temple, y'all. A KTV is a karaoke place that is in the gray zone. There's some things going on in the KTV that, yeah, there's things going on. What time is it? I think it's past midnight now, Linda. This is the temple right here. First thing you notice, lots of homeless people. Everywhere. You see that? Just homeless people everywhere. Right next to the temple. This is a public park. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless people here. Beautiful. Year of the Snake. This is the temple built in 1794. We'll come back here during the day. Well, this is a very, very iconic temple that was built in the Qing dynasty. Now, why is this unusual? This place during the Qing and Ming dynasties was a place that nobody wanted to go. This entire island of Taiwan that we are on right now is a place that absolutely nobody wanted to go to in the Qing dynasty. If you were living in Taiwan in the Qing dynasty, it was because you had nowhere to go. You had absolutely nowhere to go in your homeland in mainland China. You were starving, there was a famine, you committed a crime, and you were on the run. This was why it's so hard to find historically significant places here in Taiwan that's older than 500 years. Because there was very few Chinese people living here 500 years ago. It was all Aboriginal natives. Now, I'm gonna stick my hand in a little bit so you guys can see the temple. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful temple. It is built in the late 1700s, so it'd be late 18th century. Okay, and this is built in the Qing dynasty. One of the very, very few old antique historical buildings that they have that's more than 200, 300 years old here in Taiwan, because it's just so far from mainland China, so far from the center of Chinese politics, which is in Beijing for the Ming and Qing dynasty, starting in the Yuan dynasties. The last three dynasties in China is the Yuan, the Ming, and the Qing dynasty. That is all based in Beijing, with the brief exception of being based in Nanjing for the early Ming dynasty. This is like a 4-hour plane ride away from Beijing. From here to Beijing, you gotta be on the plane for at least 3.5 hours, close to 4 hours. So all that is to say, this is very, very far from where the Chinese civilization was based in for the last 500 years. This is why it's very hard to find historical buildings. Not a lot of literati, not a lot of poets, not a lot of musicians, not a lot of very famous artists came here, and not a lot of famous architects came here. That's why there's not a lot. Okay, Tammy, go to work. Tammy, have a great day. Gio, I'm almost done. Go take care of yourself, coach. Go take care of yourself, coach. I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate you, coach. But look how beautiful this is, though. Look at this. Lots of knowledge indeed. He said he got to go take a... Coach just texted me, said he got to take a shit. Did y'all just see the shit right here? Coach Gio just told me he got to go take a shit. He really just texted me, man. He really just texted me and said he got to go take a shit. What the hell? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Coach Gio. Coach Gio did 7 hours of moderating for me today. 7 hours, everybody. He did 5 hours last night and another 2 hours this morning. He did 7 hours of moderating for me. We love Coach. Let's keep it moving, y'all. 7 hours. Look at this. Beautiful. All right, this is the last place we're going to today. We'll be back at this temple sometime during the day. All right. Look at this. All right, and there's 4 letters on every single lamp. It says Long Shan Si on the top, which means Dragon Mountain Temple. And then it says Guanyin Fozu, which means the Guanyin Buddha. And then it says Family Peace on the right. Family Peace. So this is a Buddhist temple. This is called the Dragon Mountain Temple that we're looking at from the outside. Freaking beautiful. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so this is the night market that's right outside the temple. It should be closing up now, so we'll go into it for a few minutes, and then it's time for me to go back to my room and get some rest, because I got a long day coming up tomorrow. So starting tonight, I got to go to a different city. I got a 1-day trip coming up, so I gotta get some rest tonight and then get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for tonight. It smells like urine over here, man. Some people been peeing over here. It smells like piss. Some people been peeing right here. Sandra, of course. Of course, I'm invigorated by this new place. I'm invigorated by Taiwan. We are going to go everywhere. We're going to go everywhere. We're going to go to Thailand next, and then our big trip is going to Japan in March. So a lot of things that is going to invigorate the channel coming up. We're very, very, very pleased. Very, very pleased. Oh, it's actually a pretty big night market. This is Guangzhou Street. This is called the Mengjia Night Market, but it should be closing up. Cherry blossom season, hell yeah. Steph, we're gonna be there for cherry blossom season, you bet. Oh, actually, it's still open. Never mind, this thing is still open, everybody. So I still got a little bit more time in me. Still got a little bit more time in me. It's still open. I like that. Hi, 你好，看一看。看一看，看一看，看一看。Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Taiwan is known for its night markets, like Peony mentioned. This is just one of the many that they have in the city. But the biggest one is the one that we saw in Taichung City. It's called Fengjia Night Market. That's the biggest one. The ones in Taipei are pretty small in comparison. And the reason is very simple, because land is scarce here. Property prices are way higher here in Taipei versus Taichung. So you don't have as much space dedicated to a night market. That's why the streets are narrower. It's in a neighborhood somewhere. Most of the vendors here, they all live right upstairs. Like, oh, look how. I mean, to be honest, man, look how ragged this place looks. Look at this. Thank you, Alex Cross. Look at how ragged this looks. And it looks raggedy as hell. I say that in a nice way, but this place looks real raggedy, y'all. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here.